My name is Gar, and for this video, we're going to learn the basics of PreQuilt. So PreQuilt is an app that runs on the browser. So all you need to get started is a modern browser like Firefox, Safari, or Chrome. I prefer to use Chrome, so I have my browser open here. So just type in prequilt.com and that'll take you to the home page where you can learn all the features that the app has. So hopefully this video, I'll be able to have enough time to talk about most of the features on the home page. I have an account already, so I'm going to click on here to go directly to my account. So this is my dashboard where I have all of the quilts that I've done. I'm going to create a new quilt. And I'm going to select the rectangle grid with the default settings of 5 inches by 5 inch finish size blocks. So over here you have a grid, and the grid is 10 columns by 10 rows. You can change the grid over here. Okay. You can change the cell sizes to like 8 by 5, and that'll kind of make it more of a rectangle grid. I'm going to bring it back to 5 by 5. And you can also change the rows and columns. So if you want it to like change it to 6 by 10, you can do that as well. So I'm going to bring it back to 10. So the grid is something like a spreadsheet where we have columns and rows, and so we refer to each of these as a cell. So to add a cell to the block, all you have to do is select and it'll turn blue. And when it's blue, you can do stuff to it like add a block. Okay, so I'm going to add this HST over here. And so to select, you can just drag if you want to select like multiple cells. You can even select by clicking the columns or the rows. Or you can select everything by clicking over here. Okay. I'm going to reset everything by clearing all of the cells. Okay, oops, I have to select everything first, and then that'll work. So now I'm going to select 4 of the cells, and I'm going to add the HST here, and I'm going to rotate 3 of these cells in order to create like a pinwheel effect. So I'm going to select first, and then click on the rotate. If you want, you can also click onto the button first, and then click on to where you want to apply the rotation. And so to get out of the rotation mode, all you do is click anywhere outside. Okay. So now let's copy this and paste it so that way it fills in the entire grid with this pinwheel. Click on copy and then paste. And you can also right click if you want. So there's many ways to copy and paste. This time I'm going to use my keyboard shortcut because it's a little faster. So now that we have everything filled, let's create a new block so we could swap out a different block with the HST and see how the design changes. I'm going to click over here to create a custom block. So now we're in the block maker mode. This block is 5 inches by 5 inches. And I'm going to give it a name. I already know what this design is. It's going to have like 2 bars. Okay. I'm going to start by constructing our block using this square. And I want this white rectangle also down here. So I'm going to use our shortcut clone feature. And that clones that. And okay. So for this rectangle, I want this to be black over here. So I'm going to link this shape to something we call fabric links. Okay, I'll explain what fabric links are in 1 second. So I'm gonna link this shape to B, and so this shape is A, so over here, and then this one is B. Okay, so I'm gonna copy both of these. I want to clone both of these. So to select both of these shapes, I'm holding on to the shift key on my keyboard, and that allows me to select multiple shapes at the same time. Gotta rotate that, and then finish off by come like that. And so fabric links allows me to link a shape to a fabric link. So anytime I change the color of a fabric link, then everything that's also using the same fabric link will also change. So I'm going to click onto the edit, and I'm going to change this color to maybe it's like a beige color, or maybe I think I like the white. I'm just going to keep it as the white actually instead of the haze. Okay. Now I'm going to close this, save this to my quilt, and this is the new block that we created, but it's being used 0 times. So let's swap out all 100. Okay, I'm going to click that, all 100 of the HSTs, and swap that out with this new block we created over here. Okay. Now let's take this block that we just created, and I want to clone it, but make some minor changes to the color. So I'm going to click over here, and then I'm going to clone this block. And now I'm going to go back into the block editor, and I'm going to link this shape, this block, to C. Okay, so I'm going to save that and add just going to do a shortcut by copying everything here and then pasting and then pasting that. So these are all my fabric links. I have 3 fabric links. I have A, which is like this Kona white, and B, Kona black, and C, Kona kale. So if I change the value of the fabric link C, then anything that's also using the fabric link C will change as well. Okay. I want to merge 4 of these cells into one big cell, so that way I can put like a bigger block right over here. So I select these 4 cells, and I'm going to click onto the merge. So now this block is 10 inches by 10 inches. I'm going to, rather than creating a custom block, I want to import one of the blocks from our PreQuilt library. Gonna import the art square and then the friendship star. Okay, so I want to add the art square. Okay, so the problem right here, there's an exclamation mark, and the problem is that this block is only 5 inches by 5 inches, but the cell size is 10 inches by 10 inches. So we're gonna have to scale this block up. Okay, we have a shortcut, like a handy shortcut, to help you automatically resize this block so that way it fits into this cell. And by clicking onto it, we can just get more information about the error, and we can just click over here to scale it up. So now the art square is 10 inches by 10 inches. Okay, so we can also we can also add the friendship star to the same cell but we're going to get that error again, right? So rather than using the shortcut, I want to show you a different way to scale the blocks. You can do that by clicking over here and then going to the scale resize. Okay, so now both of the art square and friendship squares are scaled to a 10" by 10 inches. Now let's try to play around with prints. Okay, so up till now, the fabric links were only using the Kona solids. Okay, so let's go and edit the Kona white to use a print. Okay, so I'm going to click over here and I'm going to click onto the print tab. And these are some of the fabric that I've already imported into my account. Okay, so I'm going to click onto this. That's a little busy, I think. Maybe something a little bit more subtle like that. And so I'm going to close this off. And then maybe the black is a little dark, so maybe change that to kind of like a brownish something. Okay. I want to be able to save this colorway so that way I can experiment with the randomized colors up here. Okay, so I'm going to click over here and I'm going to clone this existing colorway that we have, and I'm just going to kind of give it a name, kind of play with random. Okay, so now I have two colorways, which is the original and then the kind of play with random, which I'm going to do right now. Okay. Okay, so this one's pretty good. I think it's maybe if we lock both of these and just see if we can randomize only fabric link C, see what would happen. Okay. The blue is a little dark, so let's make that a little bit lighter. Like that. Okay, maybe dark was good. So we can also now compare the two colorways that we have. Okay, so this was the original with the prints that we did, and this is the new one right here. And so you can continue to create as many colorways as you want, so that way you can kind of find the best colorway that you like. So that's pretty much it for the design. We're going to now go and finish off the video by talking about the fabric calculator over here. Okay, so I'm going to click this and I'm going to update the thumbnail with that design. So this is the fabric calculator, and this is just like an overview of all the blocks that we're using. 48 of these 2 bars and just 1 of the art square, which is in the center. And it gives us a total yardage, 85 inches over here, and then 16 inches and 16 inches for the Kona Windsor. There's more of a visualization over here. And so again, it tells you the yardage over here based on the width of fabric. So the width of fabric is something you can change to whatever you want, and then that'll automatically update the visualization and the yardage over here. So I'm just going to leave it back to 42. If you want to learn more about the fabric calculator or specific details, check out our YouTube channel on PreQuilt over here. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, please write the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and happy quilting.